Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here with the Red Bull Junior X Season 2, Round 10, the final, the last one. So, here we go. This is going to be an absolute corker. So, what is and we're at Suzuka. F1 was too scared to go there, but we're not. A cracking track, if ever there was one. So, it's going to be great to see these cars pelting it around the land of the rising sun. So the Red Bull Junior X is a one-make series racing 3 15-minute timed sprint races over 10 rounds. Well, we've done 10 rounds. We're on 10 round 10. A success ballast will be in use, with the top 3 in each race carrying extra weight into the next race. The point system will be only for finishing positions, which will be an average over the 3 races in a round. So consistency will be key for best points. We're using the Red Bull X 2014 Junior, and this has a max power of 246 brake horsepower and a weight of 550 kilograms. But for the cars finishing in the top 3, they will have to put their weight up. So first place will have to put their weight up to 110% in game, which gives them 605 kilograms. Second place will have to put it up to 107% weight, which will give them 588 kilograms. And third place will have to put it up to 104% weight, which puts them on 572 kilograms. And like I said, we're at round 10, which is the Suzuka circuit, 3.61 miles with 20 corners, and not a bad one in there at all. The format is at 8 o'clock. We'll have a 10-minute qualifying session, followed by 3 races. Race 1 will be the grid based on qualifying's fastest first. Race 2 will be the grid based on race 1's results. And race 3 will be the grid based on race 2's results reversed. So with that, I'll tell you who's carrying ballast from last week. We've got Skyjacker out there. He's on 110%. He sat in the pits. Talleyrand is on 107%. And Binko, who was absolutely on fire last week, is on 104%. Without further ado, I'll tell you the dropped tables in the chat. Turtle saying hello Turtle Racing, and Racer Brown saying hello all, and the top man thingy, how are we tonight? I'm good, man, I'm good, I'm very good. I had a little nap during the F1 today, so I should be refreshed for this, and having a nap through the F1 tells you what sort of race they had. But don't miss it on the highlights. It's one that's totally unmissable. Yes. So the table so far going into this last round. Binko is at the top. I think for the first time this season as well. After his absolute solid drive last week, he's put himself at the top of the table with 100 points dead on. Then in second place we have Talleyrand on 96.33 points. In third, Racer Brown on 95.33 points. So there's only a point between Racer Brown and Talleyrand, all to fight for. I mean, they might even be in reaching distance of Binko, but that depends on if other cars finish ahead of them. Shiren in fourth on 92 points. Skyjacker in fifth on 89 points. Then we've got Rido in sixth on 69 points. Electric in seventh on 68.67 points. So a little battle there between Rido and Electric for that 6th place. Flashman in 8th on 63.33 points. Just ahead of Uncle B. Darren on 9th on 62 points. So it's very tight there as well. Then we have Turtle Racing in 10th on 34 points. Ahead of Anton Boyka in 11th on 27.33 points. In 12th we have G Handicap on 25.33 points. 13th is Thingamajig on 24 points. Philite Jet is in 14th on 22.67 points. And then in 15th, Simon on 14 points. But obviously, a lot of those lower guys haven't taken part in every round. Me6 bots just told me we've started a video in our Discord. That's quite a snazzy little thing. I've never noticed that happen before. So here we go. We can now chip back. Racer Brown said I did as well, to be fair. Lol. Yeah, about having a snooze through the F1 race. It was usually, strangely, wet races make it so you can't go to sleep, but yeah. So there is Binko. He's out there having a practice at the moment, the championship leader. What can he do? We are some 4 minutes away from qualifying. He is not the fastest man on track at the moment. Racer Brown seems to be with a 58.656. But Binko only a couple of tenths off of his time. Simon out there. He's come with a new livery. Wants to show a new livery off for this last round. And I said, why the hell not? Why not? Fill your boots. Although it looks like he might get pulled up on the numbers in his number board, not being quite too standard. And in the chat, Skyjack saying, new Me6 features, bud. Yes, very snazzy. Skyjack saying, I was painting walls listening to F1, no chance of a nap for me. Oh, man. And there is the Monster Junior out there at the moment, beating the walls, painting the walls, or from painting the walls. Have you painted them matte black with green stripes by any chance, Skyjacker? So, and Talaran in the Red Bull. Rido saying hello. And Electric out there as well in the Ghostbusters 2 machine, the Eco Junior. Oh, Simon's obviously listening. He says, be right back, changing numbers. Oh my word, we better be quick. He's only got 3 minutes. And Turtle is out there in his Hardcore Junior with his famous turtle on that front wheel. He's looking to get some good points today. Car 63. We shall see. And let's get on board. Oh, look at the sparks going there as they come through the Senna S's and up to Dregner. I haven't got the map. We're not going to guess corner names. We'll just call it that corner and this corner. So on board with Binko as we check out, going under the bridge where the track crosses over, heading up towards the hairpin. They'll be killing the speed magnificently. Oh gosh, there he goes down into second gear, slinging it left, getting back onto the accelerator again, brake going up through the gears, heading up towards Spoon. A lovely corner if ever there was one. Coming down into third. Just playing with that accelerator. And then heading up to... Oh, no, he's gone into the pits. So we'll go on to Racer Brown for a lap, shall we? He's around about a similar place. He's just heading up towards Spoon. So we'll see Spoon as he builds up the speed. Into fifth gear, he's carrying no weight, so he's got to be a favourite to do well in qualifying. And there he is, just playing with that accelerator onto the curb. And then coming out of it into fourth, building up the speed. And I doubt there's any lift through this corner, we will see. But I think these Red Bull Juniors, you can get through it without a lift. Fifth gear. Screaming its bees out, and there he goes, no lift whatsoever, easy. These Red Bull Juniors really can handle 130 yard. Then into Casio Triangle, I think it's called. There you go, second gear, deals with it with no issues whatsoever. And then onto the start straight to complete the lap. We head down to the first corner, a rather fast entry into this corner. Look at that sixth gear, braking now, letting the back end swing around a little bit, helps her around. He's onto the curbs, giving it a little sideways lock going through the S's, trying to maintain that speed. The aeros in these Red Bulls are rather good. Oh, he's run out of track though, out the top there. Now the back end again, but he's caught her up. And he's done a cracking job just saving that car from meeting itself. The back end wanting to meet the front as he comes up over the hill. This is a rather fast corner also. 5th gear, braking hard down into 3rd and under the bridge, heading towards the hairpin. And that is pretty much a lap of Suzuka. Beautiful track. Beautiful track. If I was a Formula 1 driver, I would have gone on strike when they made the news they weren't going there. Strange. So Skyjacket saying we're just going to wait for Binko and then we will go. So he's asking the ready already. And it is 1 minute past 8, but yes, it's better to have Binko with a solid internet connection rather than a laggy one. And it will be worth the wait, I promise you. Especially as Binko being one. Oh, and default number. Was Simon not on the default? Oh, it's too late now. I don't want to stress him out at this point in the race. Oops. It's too late. And Binko's back already, so it looks like we're going to be going pretty soon. I better let them know that I'm ready. As we watch Racer Brown making his way around, Talleyrand, Racer Brown, Binko in that battle. It's going to be absolutely corking stuff. And I'll try and get the stats up before we go into qualifying. So where is the Binks? So the Binko has had 27 races, 24 starts, 3 did not starts. He's had 3 poles, 7 fastest laps. 1st is his best finish. 9th is his worst finish. Top 55 in 18 attempts. He's had 17 podiums, 6 wins, and his average finish is a 3. So he's looking strong with Talleyrand. 27 races, 27 starts, 1 pole, 2 fastest laps. 1st is his best finish. 6th is his worst. 23 top 5s, 14 podiums, 4 wins. And Racer Brown, hang on, let me get rid of those big numbers. Oh, Sharen's left the room for some reason. Oh, Sharen must have bugged out. Oh no, Talleyrand's telling, oh, there's a bug and everyone's getting told to exit, so there you go. We are really getting hit hard lately with these bugs. I imagine these guys have all exited out, but I'm stuck in with these guys. Stuck in the middle with you. So Racer Brown, 27 starts, 27 races, 23 starts. 4 did not start, so obviously 1 DNF. He's had 3 poles, 10 fastest laps. His top finish is 1st, and 8th is his worst finish. He's had 18 top 5 appearances, 15 podiums, 8 wins, and his average is 3, obviously, as well. So the top 3, there's really nothing in between it, and I think this championship's going to get really mainly decided by people being getting in between Racer Brown, Binko, and Sharen is back. Yay! Hey, Sharen. Sharen stats. He's had 27 starts. He's had a win. He's had a top, 1st is his best finish. 8th is his worst. He's been in the top 5 20 times. 16 times on the podium. 3 wins. And his win average finish is a 4th. So They're all very, very good, these guys at the top. Skyjacker, he's had a good run of form of late. 27 races, 27 starts. It says 1 DNF. He's had 1 pole, 7 fastest laps. Obviously his best finish is first. His worst finish is 10th. Been in the top 5 16 times. He's been on the podium 8 times this season. He's had 3 wins this season with an average finish of 5th. So here they go to go qualifying. They're on their out laps. Hopefully everyone is streaming out of the pits. Got to give themselves room. Uncle B is waiting a little, as is a Turtle. And Binko is off as well. But yes, we had an issue, I think it was last week, of not giving themselves enough room in qualifying. So hopefully these guys this time around will space themselves out accordingly. We had a few quite close together. There's Flashman and Racer Brown. Racer Brown backing off before the end of the lap, I'm sure. Talleyrand, Simon there. Shiren. It's a lovely looking car that is by Shiren. Rido in the purple Relentless. He's not learning anything. Well, it looks like Shiren let him have that one, I'm sure. Shiren's ghosted. So Rido's gone on through. Again, Simon very close to Talleyrand before the start of the lap. But it's how much confidence you've got in the guy ahead of you. And Rido's really, really pumping forward. He's trying to get past Simon now. Rido, slow down. You're not to overtake. Rido, what are you doing? Rido again, overtaking. In qualifying, it's not to be done. And he's done it. He's gone through and tried to overtake. He was one of the ones that was told last week about it. You've just got to space yourself out. That's all. Just slow down. Find yourself a bit of space. But Rido battling on in the out lap, trying to fly through. Simon then backing off a bit to give him space from Rido before qualifying starts. Shiren also. Binko's got a lovely, huge, empty road in front of him. Turtle as well. And Uncle B Darren, and no one near him. He's got a lovely run at his qualifying. And Skyjacker crossing the line. Oh dear. Rido, sit in pits, please. So I think Rido being told to go to the pits, and that's unknown. So Skyjacker catching that with Rido, overtaking people on the out lap, and Skyjacker now is going to have compromised his his flying lap, I'm sure. So Electric second on the track at the moment, with Flashman in third. Flashman doing a cracking job this season. Solid drive from that Williams Jr. Racer Brown. These are the times we're looking at. Racer Brown, Talleyrand and Binko. There's guys out there that could cause an upset though with Shiren. Skyjacker's carrying weight in this race. It looks like he's let Electric through because he's not on a flying lap at the moment. So Electric will be the first one to cross the line. That's what we watch him go around Spoon. Beautiful stuff. Other than that, it seems everyone's spaced themselves out quite nicely in this qualifying. Who is going to get it on pole? It's going to be very interesting indeed. And Simon is there. He's on an out lap. But Electric then is coming around Casio already. No, he's not. Surely not. Yes, he is. So coming around Casio. Across the line, set the first time of today. And it's a 2 minutes 21. Skyjacker crossing the line with a 2:17. No, it said 2:07, 2:02. Racer Brown's the fastest though with a 1:58. And it's Talleyrand's done a 59. Shiren with a 2-minute A. So far, Racer Brown is on pole just by 900ths because Binko's crossed the line with a very competitive time, a 58.5. Talleyrand in third place, 59.9. Electric in fourth with that 2 minutes 0.5. Oh, look at that shot with the Ferris wheel. Beautiful stuff. Shiren, 6th fastest so far. Flashman, 6th fastest, just ahead of Skyjacker, but Skyjacker was doing some admin duties on his first flying lap, so this will be his real flying lap. Uncle B Darren has set a time. It's good enough for 3rd fastest there with a 59.6. And Talleyrand in 4th at the moment. He's up, going around though. But it wasn't purple. Rido in the stream saying, "Oh man, sorry, I thought they were letting me by. My bad." No, I think if people are slowing down on the outlap, Rido, I think they're just trying to build themselves up a space in front of them. I think they're just getting themselves ready for their for their flying lap and just trying to build up a bit of space. So far, Racer Brown is the fastest person out there, with Binko 2nd fastest. Uncle B Darren could be the fly in the ointment today in that battle for the championship. Talleyrand 4th fastest. He's carrying weight, as is Binko though. Binko on 104%. Talleyrand on 107%. Skyjacker has set a time. It's good for 7th, but he's on 110%, remember. And Flashman's just pipped him up into 7th for Flashman with a 201.641. And someone else has gone faster as well. Shiren gone 5th fastest there, a 2-minute 0.2. 3/10 off of Talleyrand's time, 3/10 ahead of Electric. So some tight times out there, very close times, beautiful stuff. Racer Brown 900ths faster than Binko, and Binko carrying that weight. Turtle set a time, good enough for 8th place. He's also moved ahead of Skyjacker, so that 110% weight on Skyjacker's car really hindering him in this qualifying session. So Racer Brown trying to protect that pole position so far, with Binko trying to come closer. Simon is set a time which is good enough for 10th place so far, only a 10th, just under 2/10, sorry, behind Skyjacker. So quite close up and down the field it seems. Racer Brown on our pole. Binko fighting for that pole, but he has got a small weight disadvantage as he makes his way around, and it's Uncle B Darren really we should be watching. He isn't carrying any weight there. He's down on his that sector as he brings the pinky purplish, the salmon junior around. The privateer, no sponsorship for Uncle B Darren. And Skyjacker's found a bit more time in that Monster Junior. Moved up to 7th place, 2/10 ahead of Flashman. Flashman didn't find more in that lap. We've only got just under a minute and a half of qualifying, so it's going to be the final run for a majority of these guys out there. It doesn't seem to be any more. There we go. 2:11. He can't be doing 2:11. So Racer Brown, he's obviously either pushing too hard, or he's lost a lot of time from his first run. Turtle finding more time, going back ahead of Skyjacker there with a 201.2. He's 1.5 tenths ahead of Skyjacker. 7 tenths adrift of Electric though. Electric has found some pace from the beginning of this season. He's ghosted at the moment. Oh, and it's some odd happening down there. Talleyrand's final run looks like it was scuppered, with Electric unghosting on the race line just ahead of Talleyrand's. So Strange things happening out there. Racer Brown looks like he's got this one wrapped up, I don't think. We'll see as they come around. And Uncle B has gone into the pits. He can't do any more, and so has Skyjacker. Racer Brown then, a 2:11 from him last time about. And the time is just about to run out now. And who will be the first to cross the line? Looks like it's going to be Talleyrand, but I think his lap has been compromised already with coming across coming across Electric on Ghosting on the line. And he's moved out of the way to let Binko through. Binko on a run to try and get that pole from Racer Brown. Comes around, across the line, doesn't go any faster, and we don't think Electric's going to go any faster because he was slow out of under the bridge, and it just looks like that's how it's staying. It looks like it's going to be a Racer Brown on pole with Binko in second, Uncle B in third, Talleyrand fourth, Shiren's just crossed the line for fifth place. He hasn't gone any faster. Electric in sixth. Then we have a Turtle in seventh. He is on a lap, but I don't think it's going any faster. Definitely not. It's not as much faster, that one. So Turtle finishing in seventh. Skyjacker in eighth. Flashman has just crossed the line. Hasn't gone any faster, but we saw he got stuck in the barrier. So Flashman in ninth. Simon making his way round. He's going faster than he's been. Is it half a second, though? He's got to find himself a good chunk of time to jump in front of Flashman and maybe possibly Skyjacker if he can really find some time. He goes through Castillo at the moment, around the final corner towards the line. Oh no, he's not going any faster. You can see 2:10 up there. So there goes Simon. So this is your grid for the first race. A strange qualifying that was. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. So a Racer Brown on pole, with Binko, the championship leader, in second, but he's carrying that weight. It's going to be tough for him to stay with Racer Brown. Uncle B Darren starting in third, with Talleyrand in fourth place, with Shiren in fifth, Electric starting in sixth, Turtle in seventh, Skyjacker with that weight in eighth place, Flashman in ninth, and Simon in 10th, with Rido missing out on qualifying, finishing in 11th. Rido had a quali pen for last week, overtaken in quali. Ah, there you go. So there they are, all lined up on the grid. Let's get rid of the numbers. And we can't see the lights, but we can see the cars. We're watching them as they're watching the lights. Who's going to get away fastest here in this first sprint race around Suzuka? And there they go. Great start from Racer Brown. Binko not as good off the line. Uncle B Darren might be able to catch him up before the first corner. So far it's looking good as they make their way around. Binko just around the outside. Oh, he gets the inside line, and Talleyrand's trying to slip it up the inside of Uncle B Darren as well, and he managed it, and Shiren as well. Oh, poor Uncle B Darren. He lost out big time there, with Racer Brown then taking the lead from Binko, and Talleyrand in third. Shiren in fourth place, with Uncle B Darren dropping down to fifth. Electric in sixth, and he's got Skyjacker up the inside of him, but Skyjacker's had enough. Oh my word, Skyjacker, he looked like he tried to make a move on Electric, and I don't know what happened there. I'm not using the replay because it stuffs everything up. Rido up into seventh already, ahead of Turtle, who's battling it out with Simon in ninth place. Then two having a bit of a ding-dong there as they race around down under the bridge, and oh my lord, Turtle's gone straight into the side of Rido. Rido and Turtle off the road, and Rido sat there in the just out, exit of the corner. He's got to watch it in case someone comes through, and my word, we're having some interesting racing out there. Skyjacker then gaining 2 positions already in this race, with Racer Brown then leading the way by a second from Binko and Talleyrand in third. The 2 top 3 championship leaders are all out there at the top end of the pack, and Shiren in 4th place ahead of Uncle B Darren by a second. Simon's lost the back end. He's found the kitty litter. Oh my word. So that means Flashman moves up to 7th. Simon's still not gone to the road yet. Skyjacker's making his way around, and now Skyjacker gets that position, and Rido following him through with Turtle, and Simon's gone to the back of the pack now, and these cars can be like that in the corners. And when they go. There's not much you can do to save them. So Racer Brown 1.5 seconds ahead of Binko with Talleyrand now. Talleyrand under pressure from Shiren. If we get on board with Shiren. No, hang on. There you go. Shiren getting a toe off Talleyrand. Talleyrand's got a bit of a weight deficit, remember. And there we go. Under braking. Shiren managing to get that 3rd place from Talleyrand. Excuse me. And can he catch Binko up? Can Shiren really be the fly in the ointment here? Talleyrand 8 tenths ahead of Uncle B Darren. Uncle B Darren is also not carrying is not carrying any weight deficit. So Electric in 6th place ahead of Flashman in 7th. Skyjacker in 8th. He's having a bit of a ding dong with Rido out there. Skyjacker is on 110% success ballast, so Rido staying with Skyjacker at the moment. Turtle dropping back a little bit, 2.3 seconds, with Simon only 1.7 seconds behind him, and there's a real tussle at the back end of the pack with Racer Brown pulling away from Binko, and Binko trying to chase him down on this second lap of Suzuka. Shiren in 3rd place. I don't think Shiren's in a championship winning position in the table, but he could get himself there in the top 3, with Talleyrand then in 4th place, and Uncle B Darren 1.6 seconds behind him, and not as heavy as Talleyrand. Electric now 3 seconds behind those guys. 5 seconds behind Electric is Flashman. He's 4 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who just cannot shake off Rido at the moment. Rido staying very close behind Skyjacker. If we get on board with Rido, we can have a good look at the back of Skyjacker's car. He's having a look around the outside of 130R. That's a very brave move to try and do it. And he's going for the underneath. Can he make it stick as they head towards Casio under braking? But Skyjacker's got that inside line. And Skyjacker maintains 8th ahead of Rido. And while they're battling, Turtle's catching them up. So awesome. We're going to have a 3-way battle there, I believe. And Skyjacker's going right to the wall there to try and shake off that toe that Rido is trying to grab. And there's nothing in it between the two of those guys. Down there, oh, it looks like Skyjacker had a little slide on going into that corner, but he's maintained it. And he's still ahead in 8th place. And meanwhile, at the pointy end of the pack, Racer Brown 2.4 seconds on Binko now. Binko's 2.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren pushing like a madman. Did a 59.3 his last time around. Binko did a 58.6. And Racer Brown did a 58.2. So Racer Brown really coming back with a bang in the final race. Talleyrand, with his weight deficit, only managing a 201.4. Uncle B Darren a 201.0, so he's a little bit faster than Talleyrand at this point in the race, and he's pulled another second out on Electric, and it looks like Flashman's pulled in a second on Electric, so Electric lost a little bit of time on this lap, and they're 4 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who's still got Rido for close comfort here. The Monster v Relentless fight out that we've always wanted to see, and it's a corker at the moment. It looks like now Skyjacker getting into his rhythm, managing to find a little bit of grip out there. Turtle 2.6 seconds ahead of them. It looks like he's lost a little bit of time because Simon's closed right up on him. Simon in the M&M's livery is trying to close that gap on the Turtle ahead of him, and looking to make some moves. Meanwhile, Racer Brown 2.7 second lead on Binko, and it looks like it is stalemate between these two. 58.5 for Racer Brown last lap around, 59.1 from Binko. Shiren at 59.7. Shiren just can't get it into the 58s at the moment. That's where he needs to be to take the fight to those two ahead of him. We are 6.5 minutes into this race. It's only a 15-minute race. Talleyrand in 4th place. 2.5 seconds ahead of Uncle B Darren. Uncle B Darren doing his fastest lap last time around with a 2-minute .387. Talleyrand doing a 1:59.7. So Talleyrand finding some time there now in his Red Bull Junior. Electric is now 6 seconds ahead of Flashman. Flashman's 3.6 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker 7/10 ahead of Rido. So he's getting into the groove now. Is Skyjacker trying to pull away? Oh, he's a bit out wide there, but he's done him no harm whatsoever. And in the background there, you can see Turtle trying to get away from Simon. And there is a little battle happening down at the further end of the pack, with Skyjacker unable to shake off Rido while he's got that 110% weight deficit on. But Racer Brown now 3.2 seconds on Binko. And Shiren is 3 seconds behind Binko, so quite spaced out at the front. Talleyrand less than 2 seconds behind Shiren. Can he close that gap? It's just gone to 2 seconds. Uncle B Darren closing in on those guys also. Oh, Uncle B Darren looks like I don't know if he's had an off or if that's just a lag. I think that's just lag. If we go back, he's, there he is. I don't think he had an off. I just think he's having a bit of a lag spike there. So we'll watch Electric. He's 2 seconds ahead of Flashman. So Flashman's closing in on Electric. Electric crossing the line with a 2:04.8. So Electric must have made a small mistake that last lap, with Flashman doing a 2:01.5. So Flashman closing the gap on the Irishman. He's 3.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who's now opened that up to 1.5 seconds from Rido. So he hasn't got Rido breathing down his neck anymore. And Turtle's only 2 seconds behind Rido. Turtle on a push. Uncle B Darren has left the room. That's unfortunate. We saw that his internet was having a bit of a lag issue. And it's 7 seconds. Simon losing a lot of time on lap 4. But Racer Brown at the moment showing his dominance in this race. 3.7 seconds on Binko. He's been in the 58s every lap so far. Binko dropping down into the 59s with that 104% weight deficit that he's carrying. With Shiren trying to close the gap, but he just cannot get the speed out of his Red Bull Junior today. He's pushing hard, is the Russian sensation. He's pulling away from Talleyrand, who's holding that 4th place very nicely. He's got no fears from 5th, Electric, who's dropped back some time now. He's 13 seconds adrift of Talleyrand, but Flashman is closing up. Flashman is on a move, and Flashman is the man to watch as he's heading up towards 130R, closing in on the Irishman. Only 1.5 seconds between them. Darren saying got chucked out of the room again. Yeah, we saw you. Your car started bouncing all over the place with the internet, my friends. And there is Flashman. He's lost a bit of time on Electric though through Casio, and now it's up to 2 seconds as we're sat on board with Flashman. Crosses the line with a 2:01.7. Very consistent lap times from Flashman in his Red Bull Junior. He's trying to catch up with Electric. Push Electric into a small mistake possibly. In a great position in 6th place. And meanwhile Skyjacker 7th. He's only 2.5 seconds behind Flashman. He's just got it into the 2-minute zone. So he's going a little bit faster than Flashman. Turtle has got himself ahead of Rido. Rido must have made a small mistake. He's 13 seconds adrift of Turtle now. So Rido, a small mistake from him, and he's got 7 seconds on Simon. Simon had a tough lap on lap 5 as well. They're pushing too hard. You've just got to get into your rhythm, guys. Got to get into your rhythm. find your comfort zone and then stick with it. Uncle B. Darren's left again. I think he's going to go and try and sort out, have a word with his internet provider. Racer Brown then. 4.6 second lead in this race with just under 3.5 minutes left of racing. He's looking very good to take this win. Binko holding on to that second, 5 seconds ahead of Shiren. He just couldn't. Oh, he got it into a 59.5 though last time around in Shiren in car 69, trying to chase down those leaders, and he's looking good for a podium. He's 3 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, who's chasing them down in 4th place. And further down we've got Electric, 1.2 seconds ahead of Flashman. Flashman really looking to get that 5th place here. He's at 2 minutes, 0.876 that last time around. That's his fastest lap so far. And Electric surely is under a lot of pressure now, going into the last 2.5 minutes of this race. And Electric has just got to drive that car within its boundaries, because he's going to have Flashman all up in his chuff in a minute. It's down to a second. Flashman will be feeling the toe soon. Ooh, 7/10 Electric again, losing more time as he makes his way around, and Flashman is really starting to pump those lap times in come the latter half of this race, and he's really starting to apply some pressure on Electric. Electric's starting to feel that Flashman's presence behind him. Unbelievable stuff here from these two as they make their way through the hairpin. And Electric's just eked out a little bit more on Flashman, up to 1.2 seconds. The times seesawing between the two of them. Skyjacker in 7th place so far, 3.5 seconds adrift of that battle, but he's got a good 8 seconds on Turtle. And Rido is 12 seconds behind Turtle, but 11 seconds ahead of Simon. Simon's had a bit of an issue again. Looks like he stuffed the front barrier, the front car, into a barrier somewhere. And Racer Brown, untouchable this first race, really is. From pole to flag, it seems. We've got less than a minute of racing to go. And he's built up nearly 6 seconds on Binko, who is nearly 5.5 seconds, just over 5.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren, though, now he's pumping those 59s out, but he's not going to catch up Binko. He's going to hope for a mistake up ahead. Talleyrand carrying the weight. He's going faster now, but he's not. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up any of those guys. And Racer Brown now, this is definitely surely his final lap to come home. And Flashman, he's still that 1 second behind Electric. Electric's just got to keep it going forward at this point to try and maintain that position. As the leaders are going into Spoon. Skyjacker there in 7th ahead of Turtle. Rido in 9th with Simon in 10th. And Racer Brown then coming towards a 130R. And like I said, from pole to checkered flag, unhindered. Great race from Racer Brown all the way into Casio. He makes it look easy. He really does. It's not. I've driven these cars. I took part in a couple of rounds, and it is tough. But there you go. Racer Brown crossing the line to take the win of race 1. And here comes Binko for 2nd place. Shiren rounding out your podium. Take a boo, my son. Talleyrand getting good points for 4th place, but he needs to be finishing higher. But he's going to be in a good position for race 2. Being on the lighter car, the 3 ahead of him will have to take on some success ballast. And Electric just clinging on to that 5th place because Flashman's really starting to apply the pressure. And here he comes, Electric across the line in 5th, Flashman in 6th, Skyjacker grabbing 7th on the top Success Ballast here, and he got caught up by Turtle quite a lot by the end of this race, didn't he? My word. Excuse me. So Skyjacker coming across the line in 7th place, ahead of Turtle in 8th, Rido bringing it home in 9th. He was battling with Skyjacker but lost a position there on lap 5, I believe, in his relentless junior, and Simon caught him up in the end. They're only very close together on track as Rido finishes in 9th and Simon finishing in 10th position. And there you go, that was race 1, and we lost Uncle B. There's your man Racer Brown with his wreath and a trophy, waving his hand. Pole position, fastest lap, and race win. He got the Royal Flush. So I'll take you... Oh, I've got to save the replays. Getting very lax lately. So I'll take you to the race results, where you see a Racer Brown taking the win, Binko in 2nd, and Shiren in 3rd, your top 3, with Talleyrand in 4th, but that's going to put Talleyrand in good stead for the next race. He won't be carrying any ballast, where the top 3 will. Electric in 5th, Flashman in 6th, Skyjacker 7th, Turtle in 8th, Rido in 9th, and Simon finishing in 10th place. So that is interesting stuff then for these guys, as they get themselves set ready for race 2. I'm sure will be taking place pretty soon. There's no messing around. Darren, I've reset whole kit and caboodle. Fingers crossed then, Daz, that it's going to be good. Fingers crossed, my friend. Simon's going to go off and get his effing pad. Uncle B Darren joining again with all our fingers crossed for his internet. We pray to the internet gods that they work. And hopefully all would be good. We're waiting for the room to reset. I'm going to have a little sip of my warm beverage, if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'll take you back to the race results. You can stare at them, and we can have a look at the lap chart if you want. Oh, there they go. There's the room changed, so they'll be out there having more practicing soon. Oh, and Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 1:58.054, so very good. Can't make the lap thing move for some reason. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know how you do that. Strange. Oh, something moved then. There you go. I've got it now. So there you go. On a lap, just after lap 5, see Turtle and Rido swapping positions. That gap there is when Uncle B Darren left. There on lap 2, see Shiren getting past Talleyrand at the front there. Look at that. Some awesome moving around there. So Simon starting, and he just got taken by a few guys there. Rido had an absolute corker of a start, jumping up into pretty much 7th spot, and Skyjacker dropping, and then slowly working his way up into 7th. So that was a lot of action going on there in the first couple of corners. Okay, go back to the results, go back to this. And we're going at 20:50, so 10 more minutes, and the guys will be racing again as we head to the track. It's looking a lot sunnier now. A bit dark first thing in the morning, and there you go. Suzuka in all its glory. Racer Brown now will be carrying a bit of weight for this race, as will Binko and Shiren. As I down my coffee, that's it now, the coffee's done. I can hear the wife in the background tutoring the children on how to make their packed lunches. So it's Talleyrand we're going to be keeping an eye on for this next race. He's the one that's not carrying much weight. And we see Simon trying to get used to his pad. Keep swapping. You've got to stick with one, man. Either stick with the wheel or stick with the pad. But swapping between the two, it's hard to master one. I can't drive on a pad, in all fairness. I am, I use the wheel. But I know people have tried to make the transition from pad to wheel. And it takes a while. It takes a while to get used to the difference. So you've just got to stick with it. And these cars are tricky. You can't blame the wheel. It's these cars. They don't like changing direction very well. So I imagine the Senna S's are tricky as hell. So you've just got to stick with them sometimes. Racer Brown out there, he has got one thing on his mind today, and you know it. He wants this championship. He wants to come and take it away from Binks, the Binko championship leader at the moment. It's very tight between himself, Talleyrand, and Binko. Darren saying hard to drive though. These cars are. They're very difficult. To say they're juniors, say they're meant to be like an entry level car, they can be quite, well, they just catch you out. You think you're all right. I mean, you think you're all right, and then suddenly the back end's coming around. So an update on the table, people. Great stuff. So update on the table is Binko still leading the championship on 115 points. Racer Brown in second on 111.33 points. Talleyrand in third on 109.33 points. Shiren on 106 points. Skyjacker in fifth on 99 points. Electric sixth on 80.67 points. Rido seventh on 77 points. Flashman in eighth on 74.33 points. Hunckaby Darren in 9th on 62 points, Turtle in 10th on 43 points, and then behind them guys it's apart from Simon in 15th, but he's on 14 points still. So yeah, Binko still clinging on to that lead. Awesome stuff. Racer Brown though moving himself ahead of Talleyrand, I believe. But he's still some 4 points behind. Racer Brown really needs someone to finish ahead of Binko, a couple of people to finish ahead of Binko. And Binko, all it seems to do is he needs to stay behind Racer Brown in each race. As long as he finishes behind Racer Brown, I think Binko could be his first championship, I believe. I'm sure it is. We're 6 minutes away from the race start, so fingers crossed we're going to have a good one. Talleyrand will be wanting to jump the top three in this next race and get a win under his belt. That will help him get involved, get back ahead of Racer Brown possibly. Shiren also, but Shiren will be carrying weight. It's this championship's it's going to be going all the way till the final race, I reckon. At this time it's still no clear-cut winner, but like I said, all Binko has to do at this point is stay behind Racer Brown and hope Talleyrand doesn't get some good results going on. I'm just going to take my jumper off. Give me 1 sec. There we go. That's better. It's getting a little warm. Getting a little warm there in the woolly jumper. So we'll have a look through. There is Racer Brown. There's his helmet, a JB, a Jenson Button replica, and lovely stuff. Simon out there in his M&M's Junior, car 98. Talleyrand's just set the fastest time of the race in his Red Bull Junior. The lovely Union Jack helmet, car 20, looking rather splendid. That is a nice livery he has shown up with this season. And we have Skyjacker in the Monster Junior, the green helmet to match the green and black 99 Junior, and he'll be looking to get some good points out of this race, up and coming race. Getting involved in that championship scuffle, taking points away from them leaders, going out with a bang. Shuren, a fantastic podium. He's just grabbed himself in car 69, but again he'll be starting on third, but carrying a bit of weight. So Talleyrand, Skyjacker, SL, Electric will be looking to try and get ahead of those guys early doors in this race. Seems like you've got to get the move done early. The guys with weight, if they're left in the lead, they can seem to get into a rhythm and hold the place. These cars are hard to follow with the aero package they're carrying, so it's hard to make the move. You've got to kind of wait for a mistake so you can get the move going. We're only 3 minutes away from the race start. Redo for me, Darren. Terrible in race 1, I was. It's like Yoda. For me, Darren. Terrible in race 1, I was. And Binko, the championship leader. Can he do it? Pretty sure he's not won a championship yet. So, come close, obviously, with the skill and the speed that he has. It's going to be tight all the way to race 3. The reverse grid is going to be a real telltale for these guys. Seems overtaking's very tricky here at Suzuka. And we wonder if RS Binko is going to do the job today in car 49. So very interesting indeed. Time is ticking away. 2 more minutes. Skyjack saying Binks hasn't yet, but this is only his second full season after H-Spec. Oh, there you go. I think you... yeah, okay. So that's not bad. On his second full championship, being in with a shout of the championship. And I know he drives a bit cautiously because he is aware that he can lag sometimes. He has said in the chat before he gets a bit worried when in a crowd. But since he's been off and changed whatever he's changed, his car's looked quite solid. Looks quite good out there. Turtle making his way around. The Dutchman, I think the juniors, is his first championship with us. He's joined other championships. Skyjacker's asking if we're ready. He's probably all thinking, well, he spoke all the way through that gap. He usually disappears. But yes, I'll have a ciggy on the next one. But we are at 2050, so... And Skyjacker in the chat saying he has entered the last 2.5 hour and the GT4 World Series. So there you go. Talk about Binko. Not to you, it's not.
Yeah.
kid's trying to pretend he's interested because he's trying to get out of making sandwiches, I'm guessing.
No, I've already done that.
You've made your sarnies. Took a lot of shouting. I heard in the background, Mum shouting a lot. That's too much butter.
No, that's not what she said to me. That wasn't to me either.
Oh, no.
She said, oh, that you've only put like bread and butter.
I can't. I'm doing the race start now. Shut up. So there they are. They're sat on the grid waiting to go for race 2. Racer Brown, Binko and Shiren all carrying extra weight as they wait for the lights to go. We're looking at them, they're looking at the lights, and they go, and Racer Brown pulls away from Binko. Shiren's had a good start, though. Shiren's had a good start. He's looking like he's going to get in on the action here, and he's going out wide there for Shiren as Racer Brown goes and sees off as Binko, defends from Binko, and Binko in second, Shiren in third, but Talaran's up the inside of Shiren. Talaran's up the inside of Shiren. It looks like Skyjacker was off again in the background, I saw, and Shiren's battled it through to stay ahead of Talaran Electric in fifth. Uncle in sixth, but he's fighting with Turtle and Simon both there as well. Rido down in ninth and Flashman in 10th, and there is Skyjacker. So I don't know what happened to Skyjacker, and now Bingo's coming and back and Racer Brown, but Racer Brown's got the inside line. Racer Brown holding on to that ball. They're side by side virtually, but Racer Brown gets into the corner first, and Racer Brown holding on to that lead from Bingo. Only just Shiren in third place ahead of Skyjacker. Then we've got Uncle B Darren as Electric and Turtle both have offs in the background. So Uncle into fifth, Rido sixth, Simon seventh, and there we go, Electric and Turtle both having offs then, with Flashman in 10th and Skyjacker in 11th, catching up that little crowd. But Bingo's there, Bingo's gone for the lead. Bingo with the lighter car, unbelievable stuff, is now in the lead with Racer Brown, and Shiren is very close behind, and there is Talaran as well. Talaran looking at them all, and Bingo, there he is, the championship leader, pulling away from Racer Brown. Racer Brown on that 110% weight, and he's feeling it as they went through Spoon up to 130R, and it looks like Binko managing to pull away, and it looks like Talaran is getting in the toe of Shiren to try and find a way past, and he's there right up at Shiren's rear. He's going for the inside in Casio, but it's too tight, too tight, and there they go. These cars do not like a rapid change in direction, and there the top three pull away from Talaran. Unbelievable stuff then. So Binko leading by half a second from Racer Brown. Shiren's looking like he wants to get past Racer Brown, and he's very close behind. Unbelievable stuff here, and there is Shiren looking for a way past Racer Brown. His car is not as heavy as Racer Brown's, but Racer Brown defending like a god. And Talaran there in fourth place, looking for a way as well. And it's all very tightly bunched up there in the top four. Then we've got Uncle B Darren in fifth, a second ahead of Rido in sixth, Simon in seventh place. Electric is in eighth with Turtle ninth, them two having offs. We saw Skyjacker also had an off at the beginning of the race, but he's got himself ahead of Flashman in 11th there. My word, so Binko now a second ahead of Racer Brown, but he's pulled away from Shiren a little bit. Shiren's got his hands full, and Talaran's looking on the inside at the hairpin. He's looking to make a move, and he's not quite up far enough to make the move, but he's right close behind Shiren now. We're sat on board with Talaran as he's looking, and remember Shiren is carrying a little extra weight. Shiren defending on the inside. Talaran cannot find a way by. My words. And he's backed out of that one, I think. So Talaran regrouping and coming back at Shiren, getting the toe, heading up towards 130R. And where can he make the move? He's going to go into the inside. Oh, this is very tight through 130R. They're both side by side, and Talaran makes it work. He fixes it. And he's up into third. Shiren down into a fourth position, and only 2 seconds behind those guys is Uncle B Darren. He'll be upon him anytime soon. Meanwhile, Binko 8/10 ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown trying to stay in the toe of the Relentless Junior to lose not so much time from his weight deficit. If he can stick with Binko, he can use the toe to try and counteract his success ballast, but Talleyrand on an absolute flyer, 1.5 seconds behind them. Rido's got himself ahead of Uncle B. Darren. Oh, Uncle B. Darren's had an off. Oh my word, Uncle B. Darren's had an off. He's slipping down the order, with Rido now up into 5th place, Electric in 6th, Turtle now moving up into 7th, and he's very close behind Electric. And these two are having themselves a right ding-dong of a battle here in race 2 of round 10 of the Red Bull Junior Series. Then Simon is just trying to fend off Skyjacker, get on board with Skyjacker as we see these two battle it out. Binko, Racer Brown and Talleyrand are your top 3. Down here in 8th and 9th we have Skyjacker, and Uncle B. Darren's dropped to the back of the pack. And we've got another yellow flag, we've got another yellow flag ahead. What is that? That has got to be Rido. Rido's had an off. They're making their way by. And oh my word, now Simon and Skyjack are moving up into 7th and 8th as Rido has an off in that corner. And it's crazy racing here at Suzuka. Beautiful stuff we're having as Rido tries to get back on to the speed again, back on to race pace. And he's got Flashman only 1.3 seconds behind him, and Uncle B. Darren behind Flashman in 11th. So Binko now. Oh, Talleyrand's got himself ahead of Racer Brown. Oh my word. Talleyrand on the move. He's got himself ahead of Racer Brown. Talleyrand, the only one in this top 4 not carrying success ballast, and he's making it work for him. He's only 2 seconds behind Binko. Can he catch Binko up before the end of the race? This is crazy stuff. Binko then leading the way by 2 seconds. Then we've got Talleyrand in 2nd place ahead of Racer Brown, and Shiren there in 4th place. Then there's 10 seconds behind them is Electric, who's only 2.5 seconds, 2.2 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Turtle in 7th, trying to fend off as Simon. Flashman up into 9th, and Rido's dropped back again. Oh my word, I think Rido's had another one. Whew. Right, deep breaths. So Binko, he's lost 0.3 on Talleyrand on that lap. Talleyrand getting a 59.0. He's finding some grip out there now. Binko doing a 59.3 his last time around, and Talleyrand getting the fastest lap so far in the race. Racer Brown only a second ahead of Shiren. He did a 2-minute.892. Shiren doing a 1:59.9, so Shiren's finding a bit of extra pace, and Racer Brown is losing out on pace here, and Binko leading this race, the championship leader. This is what he needs. And Racer Brown needs Talleyrand, but Talleyrand's the wrong guy, because Talleyrand is chasing Racer Brown in 3rd in the championship. So this is not working out for Racer Brown at the moment. And Shiren is there lurking to try and grab some positions as well, with only 1.1 second behind Racer Brown. Then we've got Electric in 5th, Skyjacker moving up to 6th, and he's catching up. Electric right now, he's only 7/10 behind, so he's in the tow zone. He's going to be getting a slipstream from that Ghostbusters Junior car. Ghostbusters 2. Who are you going to call? Skyjacker. Because he's there, 4/10 behind Electric. Electric under trouble now, in trouble now, under trouble. But he's got Skyjacker really closing in, on board with Skyjacker as we're heading up towards 130R. He's going for that inside line, and Electric trying to block him off. Electric quite erratic on the race line, weaving possibly. Could be in trouble for that. You're not allowed to weave, but Skyjacker's got a cool head, and he's made the move anyway. He sat back a little bit. Oh, Electric a little knock to let him know he's there, but it doesn't slow Skyjacker down, and Skyjacker now up into 5th place. Cracking racing there between the two, with Electric in 6th. Electric trying to come back at Skyjacker, but Skyjacker staying over there to defend the corner, and he does. He's into the corner first, and there he is, 5th place, 6th for Electric, and he's only 1.8 seconds ahead of Turtle. Turtle will be trying to catch the Irishman up. Then we've got Simon in 8th, Flashman in 9th, Uncle B. Darren in 10th, and Rido in 11th spot. It's all very close, all here, and there we go. Talleyrand is in the tow of Binko. This is it. This is Talleyrand on his comeback in the championship, trying to find a win in race 2. Can he do it? He's got another fastest lap with a 1:58.896. He's grabbing a tow from Binko. Binko's got to drive sensible though. just has to stay ahead of these guys, really. That's all he's got to do. Tougher said than done, though, when you've got Talleyrand chasing you down. And Talleyrand proving from the Super Formulas he is the comeback king. After having offs in the first 2 rounds and coming back quite rapidly. So there is Talleyrand. Racer Brown in third, 1.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. So Racer Brown keeping Shiren where he needs him to be. A 58.6 from Racer Brown that lap around. Shiren a 59.7. Shiren having to find some more pace in that car, and there it looks very close between Talleyrand and Binko going into the first corner. And my word, Talleyrand is really pushing Binko. Binko having to stay chilled, stay calm. Doesn't want to throw his car off, because then that will really ruin his championship chances. So Binko having to do the sensible thing, just drive and not let Talleyrand affect him. Talleyrand getting another fastest lap, another time around with a 58.888. And he's all over the back of Binko. This is some sensational driving here at Suzuka. And Binko doing all he can. And there was me saying you can't follow these cars. Well, Talleyrand is proving me definitely wrong at the moment, staying very close to Binko. Binko, remember, carrying that success ballast from race 1. Talleyrand, no success ballast. So he should have a faster car than Binko. But like I've already said, it's very difficult to overtake here. You've got to use all your skills, because, you know, you want to do it on the inside. So all the driver in front has to do is protect his racing line. We'll stick with these two as they head towards 130R. Racer Brown still in the background, hoping these two take each other out to come through. And there, look, oh, Talleyrand very close. Talleyrand's making the move before Casio, but and Binko staying on that inside to protect it. And there you go, Binko still in the lead from Talleyrand. Talleyrand's got to wait until they get out here again to try and make a move into the first corner. And who knows what's going to happen. Uncle P. Darren's left again. Oh my word. What a shame. His internet's really giving him some jip. So Binko leading from Talleyrand. And there you go. Binko half a second ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand, I think, thought better of that one. Racer Brown still 1.7 seconds ahead of Shiren. Electric some 18 seconds behind them, but Skyjack has caught up Electric. Skyjack, oh no, can you get past it? No, I don't know. Oh, Skyjacker had a 206.5 that lap, so I think Electric managed to get himself back ahead of Skyjacker, because we saw Skyjacker do the job on Electric. I'm sure we did a couple of laps ago, and I think he's dropped behind Electric again, but he's there battling with him. And Turtle's only 1.7 seconds behind him, but Simon's only 1.4 seconds behind Turtle. Then we've got Rido 2.5 seconds behind them, and Flashman very close to Rido. Flashman, we've seen him he's looking feisty this evening. Flashman are really giving it some big balls here at Suzuka. I think we found a track Flashman is enjoying, very much so. He's really getting in there. And oh, where did Rido go? Rido went wide. The pressure Flashman put on to Rido sent him wide, and now Rido is up into a 9th place and only 3.5 seconds behind Simon. Cracking stuff. We've only got 1.5 minutes left of this race. There's only 1.5 minutes for Talleyrand to do something about Binko, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I think Binko's got this one tied up, even with all the pressure from Talleyrand. Skyjacker still battling with Electric there for 5th and 6th. And they're still very close. Here comes Skyjacker. He's going for the inside line, heading up towards 130R. He thinks better of it, pulls out of it. And, oh, very erratic driving from Electric. I think Electric might be spoken to after this about picking a racing line, bro. Oh, and I think that was, and Skyjacker got replaced back on track. It looks like they had it coming together. Skyjacker trying to go up the inside of Electric and then gets replaced back on track, very far back, with Flashman in ninth coming at him, and the timer is only got 30 seconds remaining. Binko is 6/10 ahead of Talleyrand. 2.4 seconds they are ahead of Racer Brown, who's only 1.1 second ahead of Shiren. Shiren doing a 59.7 last time around. Racer Brown a 59.9. So there's nothing in it between lap times for those guys. And there we go. The timer's just about to run out with only 3 seconds on the clock. And this is it. This is the final lap. And Binko has just got to stay ahead of Talleyrand for a couple more corners, which is easier said than done, but he's got himself a good 6/10. Talleyrand might be settling for that second place, but one doesn't usually think so with Talleyrand. He fights for everything as they make their way around a spoon onto the straight now. Sorry, not start straight, but the straight with Talleyrand in the tow. Is there anything he can do in these final corners? Binko out wide there, but still enough. Talleyrand, is he going to try and take a stab into Casio? He's a little too far back, and Binko seems to have got the job done. And it looks like Binko's going to cross the line and take the win here in race 2, round 10 of the Red Bull Juniors. And look how close it was. Beautiful stuff. First and second, Talleyrand and Binko, and Racer Brown crosses the line in third. Take a boo, my son. Shiren very close behind in 4th place, with Electric there, which I think he might be in trouble with the stewards. I'm not sure, but he's only 1.2 seconds ahead of Turtle, coming to cross the line in 5th place. And comes around the final corner and takes a 5th place. A Flashman. Where did Turtle go? Oh my lord, it looked like Turtle had issues, and Flashman grabs himself a great 6th place there. Turtle just ahead of Skyjacker in 7th, with Skyjacker in 8th, who got reset to the track we saw earlier with his battle with Electric. Simon coming home in 9th place, and Rido bringing her home in a 10th spot. Rido having a really bad lap on lap 7 with a 2:31. So he comes around the final corner to take 10th for Rido. And that was race 2. Binko, what a cracking little win he got himself there. And Skyjack saying, not a happy Teddy today. Well, you've been painting. It's never going to do your mood any good. And yeah, Binko got a trophy. Woo! He won 2 races last week. Didn't get a trophy for either of them, but he got a trophy this time. He was showing it off with great pride. Fantastic stuff, Binko. That's got to be it, hasn't it? That's got to be the championship. So I'll take you... Oh, no, I'll save the replay. I get all excited and want to get to the race results, but I'll take you to the race results. And there we go. Binko takes the win from Talleyrand. Racer Brown rounds out your podium, with Shiren in 4th, Electric in 5th, Flashman 6th, Turtle in 7th, Skyjacker in 8th, Simon in 9th, and Rido in 10th. And Uncle B. Darren, again, getting booted out the room. He's really got to have I don't know. I used to have internet issues. I mean, I used to just lag. I didn't get booted out of rooms, but I'm telling you, that LAN cable going straight into your internet box really does wonders for your racing. Talleyrand got the fastest lap in race 2 with a 58.888 on lap 5. Super duper stuff there. Some cracking racing. And Simon saying anyone wants a wheel was better with a pad. You just gotta drive around and round 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 loads, Simon, in with the wheel. You'll soon get used to it. So there is the room change. So we can go onto the track for race 3. It'll be a reverse grid. Ooh, slow load. Slow load. It's ominous. Does that mean everything's going to fall apart? Oh my word. So yes, your grid for race 2 will be, if Uncle B Darren gets back, well, I think he might go to the back because of it being a DNF, but Rido will be on pole with Simon in second, Skyjacker third, Turtle fourth, Flashman fifth, sixth will be Electric, seventh will be Shiren, eighth for Racer Brown, ninth for Talleyrand, and 10th for Binko. And if Uncle B Darren comes back, will be, I guess, in 11th. So this one's going to be a tough one. Another 10 minutes before a race off. I'll take you to the thing to watch Flashman driving around whilst I quickly go and have a look at the garden, see if anything's changed. I'm back. Did you enjoy that wall you were looking at? It looks a very nice wall. The chain links were looking very good. So, yes, getting ourselves ready for race 3. We've got 2 more minutes to go. And another update on the table. Skyjacker's a very busy boy tonight. What we're dealing with the racing and doing the tables. And I think I'm going to put my neck on the block here and say that Binko's the champion. He's, well, we've got stewards and everything to get through, so we can't jump ahead of ourselves, but he's been keeping his nose clean tonight. But yes, Binko at the top of the table on 115.50 points. This is the interesting thing, though. Talleyrand and Racer Brown are both joint second on 110.33 points. So this next race is the one that's going to say it between them. Shiren on 105.5, Skyjacker on 98.5. The question has been asked if we're ready, and I am going to say I am. I've been alternating my R's and my Y's, if you've noticed. I've chilled out with the old R's and Y's. So, yes, I think Binko is your Red Bull Season 2 champion, pending any kind of stewards. But I don't think that he's done anything. Oh, Racer Brown needs a couple of seconds. He's got to do his flies up. Had time to make a coffee in that last stint. Look at that, eh? Super stuff. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our Virtual Racers Club channel, YouTube channel. I don't know, I mean subscribe so you don't miss nothing, obviously. But and Skyjacker saying in the chat, just want to say thank you for your attendance this season. Yes, that I echo that as well. It's been great. It really has. Not really much of a drop off, to tell you the truth. We've Skyjacker saying me especially wouldn't miss it for the world. But yeah, it started with less numbers than we finished with, which is usually the opposite way round in our championships. So that's very nice. It's very nice indeed. So here we go then, the reverse grids. And I say Binko's champion, but he's got to start from the back. He's got to do it one more time. One more time. But there is a 5-point deficit from him and Racer Brown and Talleyrand, but it's down now to the fight is between Talleyrand and Racer Brown for second in the championship. Who will take the spoils? We're looking at Rido on pole with Simon in second and Skyjacker in third. I reckon Skyjacker might be in for a win. He might have enough fire in his belly, unless he's still flying from the emotions. But Rido is still leading. Simon there, he's getting swamped by Skyjacker. Skyjacker's gone up into second place, and he's looking around the back of Rido, but Rido's maintaining that lead. Skyjacker there, fending off from Simon. And we've got Turtle in fourth, Electric in fifth, Racer Brown already up to sixth, ahead of Shiren. Talleyrand in eighth, Uncle B Darren in ninth, Binko in 10th, and Flashman in 11th. So Rido holding on to the lead so far, with Skyjacker looking at the back of his Red Bull with intent, and they've pulled themselves away from Simon. Then Simon's got Electric not too far behind in fourth, Turtle in fifth, and Racer Brown trying to make his way through. He's still got that second place to organise. Oh, and Simon and Electric have had a bit of a coming together. My word. Oh my word. And oh, now Turtle's going a little slower, and the rest of the field are trying to find their way through, and Electric sideways on the track. And Electric is now pulling away, and he's in 11th place. Oh my word. So Rido is leading by 1.5 seconds from Skyjacker, with Turtle in third place. And then we've got Racer Brown making his way through. And can he make 5 points up in this race? If Binko's up to 7th though. Binko is up to 7th, sat just behind Talleyrand in 6th. Racer Brown down into 5th. Shiren is up into 3rd, ahead of Turtle. And my word, I was a bit too soon to say about the championship being over. But if Binko can stay close to Talleyrand and Racer Brown like he has done, then I think the championship's his. But now Talleyrand is ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown's had a real issue there, dropping back into 6th with Talleyrand now up into 5th, and this is the duke out for 2nd in the championship between these two, and Racer Brown's trying to go up the inside of Talleyrand. And my word, don't forget Binko's carrying that extra weight. And Talleyrand and Racer Brown side by side on the track. Oh my word, Talleyrand just a little bit ahead of Racer Brown, giving each other just enough racing room. And my word, Rido then, he's 8/10 ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker sideways through the centre S's. Beautiful stuff then from these pair as they duke it out. Turtle in 3rd. Can he get himself a podium at the end of the season? Sharon just ahead of Talleyrand. Racer Brown dropping a little bit back towards Binko. Binko wanting to get some of that action after his win in the first race. Simon in 8th place. Flashman in 9th. Uncle B Darren in 10th. And Electric some way behind Uncle B Darren after God knows what happened on lap 1. I'll have to save the replay because I reckon there's going to be a no. Ooh, and there's Electric. He's got issues getting under that bridge, breaking down that speed. And oh my lord, Rido's got 4 seconds on Skyjacker. I don't know what's happened to Skyjacker. He must have had issues, and Rido wants to go out with a bang. Rido wants to take the win for the last race of the season, and he's doing the job so far with Skyjacker in 2nd. Racer Brown is now up to 3rd. He's got himself ahead of Talleyrand. Cracking stuff, and there is Binko. He's just got to stay close to those two ahead of him to take the championship. Turtle dropping down into 6th place. Simon in 7th place, moving from the wheel to the pad. Then Sharen's lost out as well. Sharen was up there, and he's dropped down to 8th place, just 1.7 seconds ahead of Uncle B Darren. Electric's got himself ahead of Flashman. Flashman must have had an issue, and oh dear, poor Flashman. He's had a good evening this evening at Suzuka, with some great racing going on, but he looks like he's had some sort of issue. And then Rido crosses the line in 1st place, 3 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Yes, you can see Skyjacker lost a bit of time, 2 seconds on that 2nd lap, but he'll be pushing to try and catch up Rido in this race. Racer Brown already up into 3rd place, as Talleyrand is in 4th, and Binko in 5th. They're carrying the weight, but it's not making much difference to them, with Turtle in 6th, staying very close behind. Binko looking for an opportunity. Sharen in 7th, with Uncle B Darren in 8th, and we've lost Simon. Simon's gone. Oh my words. So Flashman already up a position, as Rido 2.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker at the moment. Skyjacker really reeling him in to try and take the last win. Racer Brown not too far behind Skyjacker, 3.5 seconds with Talleyrand. Oh, and don't forget, we've got the real battle in 2nd in the championship between Talleyrand and Racer Brown. And at the moment, it looks like Racer Brown's poised to take that 2nd place in the championship, with Talleyrand sitting just behind him on front of Binko, and Binko going a little faster than Talleyrand at the moment. So Talleyrand has got some work to do in the championship for this final race, as he sees Racer Brown disappearing ahead of him. 1.2 seconds as Racer Brown got on Talleyrand. And it's a cracking little race we've got going on here at the moment. Rido only 2 seconds now ahead of Skyjacker. So this is awesome stuff. There's Racer Brown in 3rd, Talleyrand 4th, Bingo 5th, Turtle 6th, Sharen in 7th. Then we've got Uncle B Darren in 8th place. And then, oh, I wanted to keep that going. There's a 9th for Electric, and Flashman some 10 seconds behind them in 10th. So then Simon has left the room. There goes Rido, 1.6 seconds. Rido just cannot keep on the pace of Skyjacker. Skyjacker pushing like hell to try and get the win. Rido wants the win. Racer Brown is there in case neither of them want the win. He's got the fastest lap so far with a 1:58.7. He's pulling away from Talleyrand. Talleyrand struggling with that weight. Binko very close behind. Binko's looking to make the move on Talleyrand, but Turtle's keeping up with them as well, with a 2:03.98 from Turtle. Sharen very close behind those guys also. with a 2-minute .032. Then 3 seconds further back, we've got Uncle B Darren, who's 6 seconds ahead of Electric, who's nearly 10 seconds ahead of Flashman. Oh, and Rito's out wide, 2 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. It's going to cost him time, and Skyjacker is down to 1.7 seconds now, with the Racer Brown closing in on those guys as well. With that sort of lap time, he's going to be upon them. And this is cracking stuff. Talleyrand fending off from Binko. Binko, who looks to be the new Red Bull champion, looking to get away past Talleyrand. But if Racer Brown can get ahead of Skyjacker and Rito, that will change the outlook somewhat of the table, I think. I don't know if it's enough, what with the average scores system, but Rito 8 tenths now ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker very much closing in on Rito. Skyjacker not having two great races in the first 2 races of this round, looking to finish on a high of the Red Bull Juniors. Getting a tow from Rito. He's going for that inside line, and my word, it looks like he's going to get the job done. Oh, and Rito's off. Rito is off. No contact, but Rito going wide, just carrying too much speed into that corner, and he's lost second place as well to Racer Brown. So Rito dropping down into third place, but he's got quite a buffer before Talleyrand. And Talleyrand, oh, and we've lost Binko. Oh my God, that's not good for his championship. I was saying it's pretty much guaranteed, but he's dropping down quite far with Racer Brown up there in second place, and Binko might be losing an opportunity here to take the championship. It's going to be very close. My gosh. Flashman Binko dropped as well, says Frostmorn. I know, I see. Oh my lord. So Skyjacker leads from Racer Brown. Only 1.1 seconds in it, and Racer Brown doesn't like the idea of not winning the championship, and he's thrusting through. It's really something to see. Rito in third, Talleyrand in fourth, Shiren in fifth, Uncle B Darren in sixth, Turtle in seventh, and Binko. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far all round. And suddenly it falls apart to him on the last race. Pat in the chat saying, oh no, Rito. Hi thingy, by the way. Hi Pat, this is high adrenaline racing so far. And Skyjacker leading the way by a second from Racer Brown. But Racer Brown's found some pace. From nowhere, he's absolutely chugging out those lap times. Skyjacker, he can't do better than a 59. Whereas Racer Brown's in the 58s, and he's really gamming at the bit to try and take the final win. Rito in third place, some 3.1 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren's going ahead of Talleyrand. My word, Shiren making an absolute corker of a move around the outside of Talleyrand in the Casio chicane. And there he goes, Shiren up into fourth, Talleyrand dropping down into fifth, Uncle B Darren in sixth place. Turtle now under pressure from Binko. Binko trying to make the comeback in this race. After I said he's already champion, and who knows now, he's losing a lot of points in this race as he tries to find a move on Turtle, but Turtle's battling him off for it. And Binko there in 8th place, not great stuff. 9th for Electric, and Flashman in 10th place. Skyjacker then still holding on to that second lead from Racer Brown. These two pulling away from the rest of the field. Shiren with that awesome move on Talleyrand up into third. Talleyrand in fourth. Rito in fifth. He's dropped back as Rito. Rito's losing positions. Now he's got Uncle B Darren all over his case. Uncle B Darren looking to finish on a high as well. He hasn't been able to finish the first 2 races due to his internet, and now he's looking to get a move, and Turtle's right there as well. And we've got a whole bunch of cars racing each other here around Suzuka, and it's awesome stuff. My word. And Rito trying his best to defend the position in 5th place, with Uncle in 6th, Turtle in 7th, and Binko, that weight is painful for him. He's carrying the 110% weight, and it's not helping. Skyjacker 8 tenths ahead of Racer Brown. Skyjacker wanting the win after 2 poor first races, and he's got a Racer Brown coming at him like Cleopatra coming at you. Skyjacker holding on 8/10, no, a second now for Skyjacker, doing just about enough to stay ahead. We've only got 3 more minutes left of the Red Bull Junior X Season 2, and then it's all over. And the next time we'll see these cars out, it could possibly be the GT7's released, who knows. But Skyjacker there just trying to maintain that lead from Racer Brown. Racer Brown down to 7/10. Then we've got Shiren in 3rd place. Talleyrand up into 4th. Rido in 5th on Uncle B. Darren, trying to go around the outside into the first corner. Uncle B. Darren trying to find a way past. Turtle on Bingo. And Turtle's lost the car. Turtle's lost the car on the outside. Bingo's through. Bingo's up into 7th place. But no, Bingo's let Turtle back through. So maybe Bingo felt there was contact there with Turtle, and I don't know what's going on there. Bingo and Electric's closing in on those guys as well, only 1.3 seconds behind. Some tight racing here, and there you see a Skyjacker having to fend off from Racer Brown. Racer Brown, intentions are clear, he wants the win, and so does Skyjacker, my words. And with Bingo quite far back, it could make an outcome in this championship. I thought Bingo had this all tied up, and possibly he might still, but we will have to wait and see. We might have to hang around for a minute or so after the races just to see what that final table looks like, provisional table looks like, pending any stewards. But Skyjacker leading from Racer Brown. And we've only got a minute left. How quick has this race gone? My lord. We got into a Timex, and Skyjacker trying to defend, but Racer Brown looking like he got the inside line, but he's not quite got it yet. And Skyjacker there defending into Casio. And Racer Brown getting a better run out of the corner to try and get the toe down the start straight. Less than a minute left of racing. And Racer Brown tucked right in the toe of the Monster Junior, pulling out, but the Junior has got the inside line into the first corner, and Skyjacker still leads, which will be their final lap, because the timer will run out before they get to the line again. And I can't cut away. Shiren's in 3rd, Talleyrand's in 4th, Rido in 5th, Uncle B. Darren in 6th, Electric's in 7th, so Bingo's dropped behind even more, I think. And Uncle B. Darren's got himself ahead of Rido. Rido's off the track. Rido is off the track. That helps Bingo out. He's up into 7th place now. Turtle's down into 8th. Rido joins in 9th ahead of Flashman. And oh my word, Skyjacker still 4/10 ahead of Racer Brown. Shiren in 3rd place, 2 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Uncle B. Darren's made his move up ahead of Rido in 5th. Electric in 6th. Electric's got Bingo on his case though. The final lap has come up. And this is some crazy racing. Skyjacker still leading from Racer Brown. We're watching Bingo try and get a move done, but this has not gone well for Bingo. With that weight success ballast on board, he's not been able to cut through the field. He's trying to get a move on Electric. Skyjacker coming through Spoon. He's some 5/10 ahead of Racer Brown. We'll get on board with Racer Brown as he gets in the toe, heading up to 130R on the final lap. This, the final round, the final race of the Red Bull Junior X season. And he's going for a move up the inside. They're side by side going towards Casio, but Skyjacker's got that inside line. And oh my lord, Skyjacker looks like he's gonna get the win. And he won after the first 2 races, I imagine. He'll be quite relieved by that. There you go. Skyjacker takes the win from Racer Brown. Shiren in 3rd, crossing the line. Take a boo, my son. Talleyrand grabs 4th, loses 2nd in the championship to Racer Brown. Uncle B. Darren in 5th place. Cracking race. He finally sees the checkered flag tonight after not being able to finish the first 2 races. Bingo up into 6th, just about. Is he going to keep hold of that one? Because it looks like Electric's there. And Bingo gets 6th ahead of Electric in 7th. Turtle finishes in 8th place. Rido comes home in 9th. And Flashman not too far behind those guys in 10th position. Oh my word. I will hang around. No one was taking that from me, PMSL, says Skyjacker. Solid battle, Racer Brown. What a blast. That was crazy. And there he goes. Skyjacker showing us his trophy and his reef and that beautiful Monster Junior in the background. I'll save the replays and I will go to the race results and I'll try and hang around for you guys to see if we'll get a provisional table, because I can't call it. I can't call it. I thought Binko had it all tied up with 5-point lead from Racer Brown and Talleyrand, but he fell quite far back there. But possibly 6th place. I think he might have done it. I think he might be champion, but we will have to just hang on for 2 minutes. But that race 3 of round 10 here at Suzuka, Skyjacker takes the win. The final win of the season goes to Skyjacker. In second is Racer Brown. Third, Shiren rounding off your podium. The Russian sensation doing an absolute wonderful job this season. Talleyrand in 4th, ahead of Uncle B. Darren in 5th. Binko, the championship leader, finishing all the way down in 6th. And could he have lost enough points there? I'm not sure. Electric finishing in 7th with Turtle in 8th, Rido in 9th, and Flashman rounding out in 10th, and we lost Simon somewhere along the way. Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 58.709. And I am, Binko says I'm nervous. I'm hanging around in Discord waiting for that little messenger thing to flash up. I'm sure Skyjacker's in the background inputting the numbers now to get a provisional idea of what that table is. I think you might have done it, Binko. I think you might have just done enough. Talleyrand saying, great night, thank you Skyjacker and Thingamajig, terrific championship. It's been fun, and something's coming through on my phone. I'm just letting it load. I'm opening it. Okay, here we go. Drum roll, please. At the top of the championship is on 114 points. Is Binko. Well done, man. Binko, provisional champion of the Red Bull Championship Season 2 is RS Binko on 114 points. In second place, Racer Brown on 110.33. Talleyrand finishing in third on 110. Shiren fourth on 105.67 points. Skyjacker fifth on 100.67. Excuse me. Sixth was Electric on 80 points, ahead of Rido in seventh on 76.67 points. Flashman finished in 8th on 73.00 points. 9th was Uncle B. Darren on 66 points. Turtle in 10th on 43.33 points. And the rest don't really take part. So, well done, Binko. It looks like you are the champion. Super stuff. Fantastic stuff. I don't think I saved the replay, so let me quickly go back and save that replay. Oh yeah, I did. Look at that. I'm even doing it without even realizing. So what a championship we have had. So in the chats, we've got Binko saying, I'm nervous. Talleyrand saying, great night. Thank you, Skyjack. Think of Jig. Terrific championship. Binko saying, for your information, no nails left. Turtle saying, this was my best race day in the series, despite the rookie mistake. Thingy, thank you for the amazing commentary this series. That's fine. Talleyrand saying that circuit is amazing in the junior. Brilliant. Frostmorn saying, whoop, GG, Binko. Talleyrand saying, congrats, Binko. Binko saying, oh my crud, I'm shaking. Pat saying, Queen music starts playing in the background. Racer Brown saying, congratulations, Binko. Well done, mate. We are the champions of the Red Bull Juniors. Well done, Binks. Great season. And well done for everyone else who took part. Thank you for the attendance. Thank you for coming every week and making it what it was. Cracking stuff. Next Sunday, we'll be having a break. And then the Sunday after that, we will be seeing the Volkswagen New Beetles battling it out for a 60-minute race for 8 rounds. 8 different tracks over the 8 weeks to take us up to Christmas, and hopefully we'll see some exciting racing in that. Super stuff. In the chats, Turtle saying, congrats, Binko. Talleyrand with a load of champagne bottles and stuff like that. And Racer Brown saying, great series. Thank you, Thingy and Sky. Yes, big, huge thank you to Skyjacker for taking over hosting duties midway through the season as I was having a meltdown trying to do commentary and all the other stuff. Whoo-wee. So that was it. Frostmorn saying, thank you for the comms, Thingy. Well done. No, thank you. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, on Tuesday, we have the Super GT Championship. That is the gift that keeps on giving. Cracking racing. Who can stop Anton Poika? No one, it seems. But join again. And Sharen's on a real push in that one. So it's going to be worth watching with Racer Brown and Sharen fighting with Anton. And Skyjack saying, a pleasure as always, sir. And then on Wednesday, if you're in our Discord, join me and Skyjacker for our chew of the fat of everything that is sim racing and real racing. And I'll tell you one guarantee, it'll be a lot more interesting than that F1 race that happened today. Binko saying, thank you, Sky, and thank you, Thingy. A brilliant performance as always. Well, you know. I try my try my hardest. And then on Thursday, back with the GTMC. That championship is an absolute corker. And then on Friday, we've got the Megans and the Super Formulas. And I tell you, if you haven't watched the replays of them in the YouTube, or not replays, but the live runs of those in our YouTube, it's well worth looking back. There is racing galore throughout both of those championships, and they're really fun. So I can't wait for Friday to see how the Super Formulas get on. Again, like I said, next Sunday is a rest day for us guys, but we will return the Sunday after with the cute little Volkswagen Beetles, the new ones, the Group 3 ones, doing a battle for 60-minute racing, endurance racing, with high fuel and high tyre wear to see how those guys can try and make those cars last. Thank you for watching. I was your commentator, Pete Sandlove. Thank you again for everyone who took part and everyone who watched, and well done, Bink. Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved it. And Talleyrand saying, championship number 48, done and dusted. Look at us here at the VRC. Let's big ourselves up. 48 championships. Beautiful stuff. And GT7's not even out yet. Let's get it up to God knows what number. 100. No. 60? 60 before Gran Turismo 7 comes out? Possibly. It might be doable. Anyway, I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Pete Sandlove. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on Tuesday, hopefully. Come back and watch again. That's it, I think. I can't remember how I say goodbye. All right, I'll see you later. Peace and love. Peace and love.